Welcome to the inaugural episode of Rational Nation. I'm Ryan Walker, and I'm here to tell you that the world is fucked. The world is fucked, completely fucked. You got Donald Trump, you got North Korea, you got Iraq, you got Iran, you got Libya, you got fucking Kanye West, 9/11, and millionaire athletes kneeling for the national anthem. It's all fucked. It's all fucked. Everything is fucked. So call it quits. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Buy a bomb shelter and hunker the fuck down. Because it's done. The world is fucked. You're going to die. You're going to die. Let's think for a minute. That doesn't seem too rational. None of that sounds too rational at all. Well, in truth, it isn't at all. None of that is a rational concern of yours whatsoever. It's all hysteria, to be honest. I mean, sure, it's entertaining to read about, but none of that really is a concern to you in any way, shape, or form. I mean, sure, you could make a case for maybe racism and Donald Trump. I mean, I guess they might go hand in hand. But for the most part, none of that stuff will affect you physically, and it'll only affect you mentally if you allow it to. And that really brings us to what I actually want to talk about today. And that's the 3 Ps. We have perseverance, perception, and purpose. Take a moment and just think about the worst experience you've ever had. The worst experience you've ever had. Like, literally just take a moment. I'm going to think about mine just to get perspective. It sucked. It was horrible. It broke your heart. You were broken, right? And you were broken. Now think about this. Every single person since the dawn of time, maybe not the dawn of time, but every single person has had that experience for them. Every single person has felt misery, heartbreak, sorrow, and probably some form of depression and anxiety. Maybe not as extreme as everyone, but everyone has been there at some point. Even the most rich people in the world, especially the poorest people in the world, for them that might be every day, and they probably don't even have the privilege to be watching this video right now. So what my main point is that you all persevered, you all survived, you're all here right now. And the beautiful thing about those moments, those horrible moments that you've all had, whatever your worst one was, is that they're over. They're over, and you have that now. You have that perspective. You persevered that, and now you have that perspective to make everything else seem less bad. And, you wake up feeling crappy one day, and you're just like, I don't want to do anything today. But what I'm asking you to do is use that shitty experience that you had and engrave it in your mind. Maybe every morning, every time that you feel like you can't do something, just put it into your brain and just fucking make it so that you can take everything else and appreciate it. Because there's so many things that anyone takes for granted every single day. I mean, talking about perseverance, talking about perseverance as a white man, me living in America, talking about perspective. I was born into one of the best situations in the world, especially, I mean, if anyone who's watching this is not a white man living in America, is no, I can't tell you that I've had it, that I know exactly where you're coming from. But the one thing I can tell you is that if you are watching this video, if you have the privilege to watch this video and have a phone and have the internet and eat 3 square meals a day, have a goddamn roof over your head, you are privileged over 2/3 of the world, if any of those things apply to you, yet alone probably all of those apply to you. And you're in the top 10, top 5% of people who have it good just from birth. Even if anyone really living in America, a homeless man in America is more privileged than probably a rich man in, I don't know, maybe not a rich man, but a well-off man living in South Africa. My main point getting is that you should take everything that you have and appreciate it, especially if you live in America. I know that me, I think I'm going to do a thing called sniffing out the bullshit, and just pointing out any of my own bullshit that could be thrown at me. Like, oh, I'm a white man, I'm talking about perseverance, perspective, and no, it's all completely true. I completely agree with that, but it's basically what I'm getting at is that it's not bad. It's not that bad. You have it better than most people in the world, and I'm not saying that with any kind of expectation of you by any means. Just don't live life sad, like use that and find a way to make yourself happy. That really brings me to my last point that I'm trying to get across here, and that's the last P, purpose. Take all that perseverance and all that perspective that you can have, if you so choose to be, and find a purpose. If there's anything that you do that is that you have a passion in, a craft, a skill, anything, take that and fucking run with it. Like, and I guess there's another sniffing out the bullshit moment here, where obviously I haven't ran with it for very long by any means. I just I try to do things that make me happy. I love to make music. I'm recently trying this out because I think that I'm going to enjoy it. This whole podcast, whatever you want to call this thing. And but what I'm saying is find what you're good at, or find what you enjoy at, and run with it. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to work your ass off all the time. If you really want to, cash in on it, you're probably going to have to work your ass off. I know you're going to have to work your ass off all the time, but just don't do what doesn't make you happy. If you're depressed, if take for example, you flip burgers, you smoke weed all day, you play video games, you hang out with your friends, you got your cat. There are two kind of people in that situation, and that's a very broad statement, but there's two people who look on it. Some people are extremely happy with that, like they're just extremely happy with that situation, even though it may not be the most glamorous, it may not be the most monetary, financially beneficial situation, but then there's another person who's just miserable with it. They hate everything that they do. They want to do more. They have a passion. They play music. They make art. They want to write books, movies, whatever the hell it is. Do a podcast, and then they just don't. And it's just, there's so many people out there. So many people out there that are exactly like that. And it's not that difficult. Just take what you have. Take that perspective every day and use it to motivate you. I know I keep saying that, but that's really all it is. Like just perspective is huge. That's probably the biggest thing for me. I mean, all three of them are huge, but perspective is enormous. It's at least what makes me want to persevere or want to get through a shitty day. And that if I had to really pick one of the three, I think that would be my number one. But they all three go hand in hand. Obviously, you can't really have one without the other. But getting back to that person who does those things, if those things make you happy, fucking do it. Like if you can save some money, if you can make yourself financially okay, if you're all right, if you've met someone, or if you just want to be alone, fuck it, fucking be alone, chill with your homies and smoke weed and reefer all day. If that's really what that doesn't sound that bad. I mean, fuck, that's what you can do here in America, but appreciate the shit out of it. Like that isn't a bad life by any means. If you can survive like that, fucking do it. Like if that's what you want to do, if you don't have like a thing that you really want to do, which I think most people do, but if you're okay with not doing it or not pursuing it, and you're okay with never having that, do that. But if you are miserable, if you aren't happy with what you're doing, either start appreciating what you're doing or get your ass off your bed, off your couch with a new perspective on life, because you have so much to work with. You have your phone, which, I mean, you can do anything with your phone. It's right, I'm recording with it, but imagine just everything is in the palm of your hand. Everything is in the palm of your hand. You can make a career, you can create a whole new persona of yourself and advertise it. You can reach out to anyone. You literally can email anyone. You might not get any responses, but you could email 100 influential people, 100 Hollywood actors, whatever, 100 bands that you want to try to link up with, do music with. You can 100 times, I guarantee you're gonna at least get something. You'll get some answer, maybe a no, but just keep doing it. Whatever it is that you need to do, keep doing it. That sounds so easy, and it really is. You just got to do. I think that's where I'll leave off today. Thanks for tuning into my first episode here. I'm hopefully gonna be making lots of these podcasts. I don't know what I'm calling it right now. Right now I'm calling it Rational Nation, as corny as fuck as that sounds. But, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment about what you thought. And if you have any ideas for topics I can do on this. I also obviously make music on my own and with my band. Links will be in the description for both of those. Peace and rationality be with you.